Mitra, I'm your friend Bindu Nair, and this is a channel where we make Carnatic music easy for you. Today, the topic is practicing on a daily basis. How to practice if you're a student or aspiring student, you're a Rasika at the moment, but you would like to improve your singing. How should you practice? How much should you practice? When should you practice? All these are key elements when it comes to getting yourself moving in your journey towards music learning. Indian classical music learning is a tapasya. To be frank with you, it's not something very easy. So, if you have chosen this path, if you have decided, if you love Indian classical music, and if you want to learn, you have to be committed, dedicated, punctual, and consistent. These four qualities are necessary for any good student. Look at any good singer that you see around you. You ask them, they will tell you the story of the hard work that has gone into them becoming a good singer. Today you see such small kids coming up as musicians. I have had the opportunity to speak to some of the parents of those kids, and it's amazing the kind of discipline, the kind of dedication those kids have to get up at 4 o'clock in the morning and do 2 to 3 hours of rigorous training before they leave for school, and then come back, finish their homework, and then sit again for 1 or 2 hours to do their music practice. And that is what we see as the end product, and we think, oh, they are so blessed. There is a lot of hard work that goes behind the scenes, which as a layperson we don't see that. So if you're a student of Carnatic music, let me first be very frank. If you're not practicing daily, just leave it. It is not for you. I'm being a little blunt here, because that's the only way I can express it. Because if a person thinks that without practice he or she can become a good singer, yes, there could be very rare people who are so talented by birth. Like I sometimes feel they're carrying forward their assets from their previous lifetime. But for most mortals like us, we need a lot of practice to understand. Because Indian classical music, you ask any musician, they will tell you, is one field where the more you learn, you realize you don't know anything, that you're totally a novice. Because the more you learn, you realize that there's so much more. And we think, music is like when students come to start learning music with me, when they see the first book and they finish the first book where the Geetams and Swarajati, so, oh, I have finished learning. That is not even the beginning, right? Even when we finish about 15 Varnams, and then when we get into learning Kritis, we realize, oh my God, there's so much. And then you enter Manodharma. And then you realize that is one huge Pacific Ocean out there. And then you are just a drop somewhere. So I'm not telling this to dishearten you. I'm just trying to tell you that the field that you are entering is such a vast field. One of my gurus told me that one lifetime is not enough to cover all that is there in the world of Indian classical music. So no musician will know all the ragas or all the kritis or all the talas. It is just, you just make the best of whatever you can, and then you work on it. So working on our voice, very important, working on our understanding of the ragas, working on our listening skills, working on the repertoire, the kind of compositions that you want to learn. So it's endless, the kind of work that you have to do. Now, how does one start? First of all, start with a routine. Start with a disciplined routine where if you're a student of Carnatic music, right from day one, the moment you start your sapasa, I would say give yourself at least half an hour and make it a daily habit. Daily habit means there are certain things we do every day, right? Whether it's raining, whether it's sun, whether there's a storm, whether there's earthquake, we still have to do certain things, right? What are those things? Like we'll still eat, we'll take a bath, we'll brush our teeth. All these things are daily rituals which will happen anyway. So once you're a music student, it becomes part of your life. Music is now an integral part of your life. You have to accept that and then bring it into your daily routine. Unless you do that, you cannot expect much results. So as a beginner, I would suggest half an hour. First 1 year, 6 months till you reach the Varnam level, at least half an hour you have to sit with your music. Now what do you do in 1 hour? That's a very, very important thing. What people normally do is, okay, half an hour, my guru has told me to sit half an hour. I will just learn whatever is the new Geetam I have learnt or the new Alankara or whatever. I'll just sing it 2-3 times and I'm done. That is not practice. That is just a revision. Practice does not mean revising the lessons being taught in class. That is, yes, a part of your practice. First and foremost, we need to get into developing our instrument. What is our instrument for a vocalist? It's our voice. So 50% of your practice time is devoted to developing your voice, developing voice clarity, your pitching, your swarajnana, your laya. All this fundamental aspect of music has to be addressed first. Whatever song you learn, whatever varnam you learn or kriti you learn, if your voice doesn't support you, doesn't cooperate, it's a waste. You are not going to render that song the way it's supposed to be sung, right? So the first part of your practice, if you are doing 30 minutes, 15 minutes at least should be voice training, voice culture. So there are a lot of voice culture exercises. Go back to Music Mitra channel. I put n number of voice culture exercises where simple exercises with the 7 swaras that you can do to improve your voice tone, voice quality and your swarasthana. And then the next 15 minutes you learn what the teacher has taught you, revise it, memorize it, practice it 10 times, 15 times so that you are confident to sing it in class. So that is how a beginner should be practicing. Now, if you are a little more advanced, like you've reached the Varnam level, then half an hour is nothing. You have to do at least 1 hour dedicated practice. And that 1 hour should be again divided into voice culture first. Always we have to do akarams. Our varnams have to be sung in akarams. We have to try different speed in akaram or other vowel practice. So that first half an hour devote for all this kind of voice training, akaram singing, memorizing, singing without looking into any notes, and that is how you will get the clarity of what you're going to sing. Then the other half you use for first revising all your old lessons, because if we don't systematically revise our old lessons, they'll all go out of the mind. So have a rotational cycle where, okay, today I will do these 2 varnams, tomorrow I will do another 2 varnams, tomorrow I will do another. So like over a period of a month, you would have covered everything, whatever you have learned so far. Nothing is left behind. You should not leave something for more than a month without singing it. Whatever you've learned, if it's a kriti or a varnam. So you should know the exact bulk of what are the things that you've learned, the kritis, the varnams, the songs, etc. And then have a rotational pattern of practicing them. At least once a month you should have touched upon. Once you reach, so many songs and kritis, you cannot do things on daily basis, but at least make sure you come to it once a month so that it is still fresh in the memory. Otherwise, you will definitely forget, and all the effort you have taken to learn and your teacher has taken to teach you all goes down the drain if you don't keep regular touch with your lessons. This is a message I wanted to give to all music students. Take this as a challenge and make it a habit. Once you do something for 21 days, it becomes a habit. You cannot go to bed without having done your music work, your music practice. So that will become a part of your life. If you're finding it difficult to get into that regimen of finding time every day to practice, tag your practice with something that you anyway do. Now, this is a very important tip. What is tagging? Tagging means, when you go to a shop, they put a tag on your clothes, right? What is a tag? Something is attached to something. That is called tagging. So what do you mean by tag your practice? Means take an activity in your day-to-day life which you will do come hell or high. For example, you will sleep every day come hell or high, right? You will eat your dinner every day come hell or high. You will eat your breakfast every day come hell or high. You will take bath every day come hell or high, right? So these kind of or you light your lamp in the house. If you're following the Indian tradition, we light the lamp every day. So those are the things that happen every day. So tag your music practice to one such activity so that you'll never forget. Like for example, before you go for your shower, before you go for bath, I have to sit down for my practice and then only I will have bath. Or before I have my dinner, I will finish my practice and then only I will have my dinner. Or before I go to bed, I will sit down for practice and then I will go to sleep. So tag it with some activity which in your routine which you feel it's possible to do, then you will never forget, because always when you do that activity you will remember, I have not done my music practice. So some days, yes, you could be in a rush and you are not able to give full 1 hour. It's okay. Even that day, at least give 15 minutes and go to bed in peace. So you have done your job. And then the rest will happen. If you do your 50%, the rest of, because many people say, I've been learning for so many years, nothing is happening, I'm not able to. The core reason is this: you have not been consistent. You have not been practicing daily. You have not given yourself that chance. So give yourself that chance. So if your dream is to be a good singer, give yourself that chance. Get into regular practice. Be disciplined. Tag your music practice to a daily activity. And let me know in the comments below whether this was of use to you. And I'm sure you're going to thank me for this after a few months, that you have developed this habit which is going to make you a better singer for sure. Thank you so much for watching Music Mitra. I'll come back soon with more such videos on music related topics. So let us practice daily, and I will see you soon with another video. Bye.